You're tired of working a 9 to 5 as a software engineer, and you want to gain back your freedom, but you have no idea how. Well, I've done my research, and these are the 3 best businesses that programmers should start in 2024. Before getting into them, let's discuss why you, as a software engineer, should build your own business instead of working for someone. The answer is quite simple actually. Building a business gives you access to the 3 big freedoms that all humans desire in this day and age. First and foremost, when you're an employee, your earning potential is capped at most a few $100,000 a year. And that's if you live in the United States, which is a big if. If you live in Europe or Asia, you might certainly make more than the average income in your country, but you might not be rich per se. So owning a business gives you the potential to achieve financial freedom. Not only that, but you also get time freedom. You make your own schedule, you work whenever you want, no need to be in front of the computer from 9 to 5 days a week. You want to take a week off? Go ahead. You want to work like an absolute madman for a whole week? No one's stopping you. Last but not least, building a business as a software engineer gives you access to something that even successful businessmen might not have, and that's location freedom. You only need a laptop and an internet connection for the following 3 business paths that I'll give you, so you can work from anywhere in the world. Now I hear you say, remote software engineers can also do that. Yes, but no. First, getting a remote job is not that easy. And then you will also have to ask permission for your company to work from somewhere else for a certain period of time, because there are tax implications to doing that. Okay, so without further ado, let me show you the first business path that you can take as a software engineer, which is becoming a freelancer, which basically means that you are your own business. You find clients, you take on projects, and you get paid. It's classic business. It's also the path that I recommend to most beginners, because it's the easiest to start with. It can even be extremely easy if you go on websites like Upwork or Fiverr, but I wouldn't recommend it, because the competition is so high and they are so established there that it's going to be a struggle to stand out. Instead, you should create a really nice portfolio with all of the projects you've done, your contact information, all that stuff. Then you need to find leads and convert them, which is the hardest part of this business model. So how do you find clients? What I would start with is cold calling local businesses and offering your services. If you're more ballsy, you could even visit them in person. Ask to speak to the manager and then sell them your stuff. I would also make online content, so blogs, tweets, YouTube videos, whatever you want, as it's a fantastic way of generating leads while also building your personal brand, which is key in the freelancing world. At the end of the day, technical skills are extremely important in this business path, because you need to be able to deliver the value, but you also need to be able to sell yourself, because if you don't, you won't find any work. However, once you do find clients and you build up a solid reputation, your DMs might be full and you might have more projects than you can handle. And that is where the second business path comes in, which is building a web development agency. So basically, instead of building all of the projects and delivering all of the work to the client yourself, you hire out a few developers to do it for you and you simply manage them. Do not skip steps. This path is the best when you have a strong reputation, a good network of clients, or if you're just an exceptional closer. In this kind of business, the pendulum swings more towards sales and management skills, because you'll have to build sales calls, communicate with the clients, and most importantly, hire the right people to deliver the results, because you won't be doing most of the technical work yourself. Instead, you'll manage the technical side and the client side. That way you can scale up really fast and make a lot more than you would make as a solo freelancer. You can even sell your web development agency once you've gotten far enough with it. But it's easier said than done. Running a web dev agency requires a completely different set of skills than what a software engineer usually has. But if you've got great people skills and a decent technical background, this can be a fantastic opportunity for you. The cool thing is that all of the expertise you've gained solving business problems for your clients can be used to solve your own business problems, which is why the third and final path that software engineers can take to make a business is building your own startups. It might be the most difficult path, but that's for a reason. This path has the highest potential to make you millions, because software is scalable. Whether you have 1 user or 1 million users, the costs do not increase as much. Yeah, they might increase from 10 to 100 times, but when you have 1 million paying users, it's not really significant. If you choose this business, there are 2 paths that you can take. First is going the classic startup route, so you try to find investors and outside capital to build your startup. And then the second path, which is getting more and more popular, is going the bootstrap route, where you try to build your startup fully solo. Let's discuss the 2 paths separately. First, startups. They have a very win big or go home mentality, and that comes from the venture capital firms which back them, because they might invest in 100 startups and 99 of them might fail, but they only need 1 to succeed massively to make all of their money back and even more. So you either fail fast or you succeed. It can be very short term in a way, because you raise money, you hire a bunch of people to build your startup, and you better succeed or you'll run out of money, and at that point you might as well be dead in the water. It also requires a different set of skills, because you might spend more time trying to find investors and selling them on the business rather than actually building the product, because that's what you're using the investors' money for, to hire the right people to build the right product. In this path, there's always going to be external pressure from shareholders and investors, so you might have less control over your company than you actually think. At the end of the day, you might be acting more like the CEO and managing people, which is good if you like it. In general, there are two personas, and you prefer one over the other. You have the manager and the builder. The manager is great for startups because you need to find the best people to build the best product. On the other hand, if you're more of a builder, I think you should go the bootstrapped approach, where you spend most of your time actually building the product rather than trying to sell it to investors. You're the builder. You have the technical skills, you can build whatever you want. It might take a longer time, but there's also less at stake because you're not playing around with investors' money or debt. It's just you. You also have full control over your company. No investors, no clients, no one to tell you what to do. Obviously, being bootstrapped won't make you a multi-billionaire, but it has great potential to make you a lifestyle business. I mean, think about it. If you want to live in Southeast Asia, you might only need a few $1,000s a month, which is hard to do, but not impossible. And once you build a product that generates this kind of revenue, it's fairly passive. You can do whatever you want, whether that's building a new project or just chilling on the beach. The catch is, technical skills will only get you so far. You might have a great product, but if no one sees it, no one will use it. So technical and marketing skills are absolutely crucial. You need to know how to build and how to sell your product. So there we have it, guys. These are the 3 business paths that you can take as a software engineer. There's freelancing, which is the easiest but also has the lowest potential ceiling. Then building a web development agency, which is basically freelancing on steroids. Finally, every software engineer's dream, building their own startup, whether it's venture-backed or bootstrapped. Now my question to you, which path are you going to choose and why? Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.